Hello, and welcome back. This is a little bit of a weird one here. We just finished the update on the 28th of April for Roll the Waves, and my saves seem to be gone. Um, in their place are some like old saves from like Japan and Germany, like last year. So, not really sure how to fix it. So I figured, what the heck? We were only 2 episodes in. We were like a year and a half or 2 years in. Let's just start anew. Maybe we'll go from what is March to Conquest to Waves of Steel, as Tarok suggested. That makes some sense for the United States. Major steel producer and all that. Um, we lose a little bit of time, but we're here to watch and play and have fun. So it's just a little bit more time we get to spend together hanging out. So yeah, I'll probably label this one like 303 or something for season 3, episode 3, but it'll just be like a little hiccup in the process, and we'll just start over. Um, I'm going to probably record 2 or even 3 episodes today, so one for tomorrow and then at least the next day, because we have another storm on the way here in Pennsylvania. And, you know, after the last one, or just literally last week, we lost power for several days. So I'm a little bit gun shy, and I just want to make sure I have some content out there that you all can watch, just in case I lose power, or just in case something happens and I don't have time to record or uh, can't concentrate on it or something. But I'd like to make sure that we don't miss an episode. So let's take a look at what we got. I went right to the map so I could do my little intro. So it looks like we've only got 2 battleships this time around to start out with. Are they any good? Eh, they're 15 knots. They got some 10-inch guns. They're not very good. They don't even have like a nice battery of secondaries or anything. Poor armor, 9-inch belt. So nothing impressive here. Let's take a look at our New York cruisers. They're only 19 knots. They also, those are very small, heavy cruisers, 4,600 tons. Uh, they're also pretty piddly and not very good. And then we got the Rally class light cruisers. 4 5-inch guns, 4 4-inch guns. So they could fight a little bit. 2.5-inch belt rather than the pretty typical 2-inch belt on light cruisers. It goes 21 knots, which is good, and it's got 4 torpedo tubes. So we can make use of those, and we can make use of these San Franciscos as well. They've got some torpedo tubes, and they also got 21 knots. So that's good. That's all. These will be our main ship killers, and then we've got some corvettes that the stats on them don't really matter. Just the fact that they exist is important. We are building a Huntington class. Let's see here. 2 7-inch guns, 8 6-inch guns, 3.5-inch belt. It's a little bit light, but it's probably better than the New York class that we have. So maybe we'll build one more of those in order to give it like a friend to hang out with. So let's go ahead and get everything set up for the new game here. Let's save the game. It makes me nervous that it doesn't show that it actually saved anymore. What if we copy the game over to 2? Does it say, it says it copied, but it doesn't say we saved. Anyhow, let's do our research. So we're going to go up to 12% as usual. Naval guns on high. Ship design on high. We do like fire control. And maybe turrets and gun mountings. There we go. Although I do like hull construction as well. Maybe we'll do hull construction on high. There we go. It's a little bit much. We might tune that a little bit later. Doctrines, gunnery, and torpedo training, torpedo warfare, apply. I'll do float plane helicopter search priority, which will be far in the future. And again, we don't have to touch this until we get the Naval Academy. Just breezing on through here. And then we need a, uh, where are our squadrons or divisions? Up here? Huh. Oh, okay, here we go. We got some, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go battle division. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is a reserve. And then we're gonna go for heavy cruisers. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go light cruisers, and we'll do 8 of those probably. And then a bunch of destroyer divisions. There we go. Okay, and then division role. This will be the flagship or flag fleet, whatever. Division role. It'll be core of 1. We'll go to 4, and it'll be core of 3. There we go. First, and then we just match these up. First division screens for first. Second cruiser division screens for second. Oh, look at that. It like reorganized them. That's kind of cool. Not sure if I like it. I'm just not used to it. I'm sure I'll get used to it. So there we go. I wonder how RVT Wargaming. I wonder how he's handling these changes because he has a campaign that's like it's like a year-long campaign. So set division role screen for number 5. So it's going to take me a minute to get used to this, I think. And luckily, you really only have to mess around this one time. Do support on 1. Division role. Do support on 2. I do, now that I'm looking at it, I do kind of like the way it shuffles them up because it gives you an idea of what still needs to be assigned. Okay. Support on 4 and support on 5. Now we just do the same with the destroyers. We'll do support 1, support 2, support 3. There we go. Support 5. Now we're going to save that because we have it finished. Now, since we only have 2 battleships, I'm going to go ahead and assign those to the 1st Battle Division. These New Yorks are not that impressive, so maybe we'll put those into number 2. There we go. These light cruisers, they're going to be okay, and there's 4 of them. So let's just assign all of those to the 1st Light Cruiser Division. That way we have a fighting force of 4. Save the game. Let's build up our docks. Well, hang on. Let's see if anything has changed as far as like the almanac goes. So we're at 10,000 on the docks. Okay, it's the same. All right, so that's cool. We'll do larger dock. Oh, and for these settings, again, I did harsher peace deals, the biggest fleet size possible, and 60 aircraft with the like the slight tech variation. 60 aircraft and bases. Anyhow, let's build, I think, one more of these Huntington class. Let's Do it by type. There we go. It's not a good one. Like we could design a better one if we wanted to, but at least it'll have a friend. Like at least we can pair those up. And going 20 knots is it makes a big difference in this era when something can go like 21 knots and it really outpaces like 18, 19 stuff. Okay, so we started building up the construction dock size. Has anything else really changed? Hmm, not really. Like we got our doctrines, we got our research, base overview, officers. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the little symbols there. Area overview. It'll probably, when we go to our first turn, ask us to assign to like the Pacific, and we'll just kind of like do it. Okay. So we have a decent amount of monthly balance, mainly because we're not building anything, and we don't have like everything we have in service for the most part is fairly cheap. So let's build another of these Starling class corvettes. Yep, they are tiny and they're very cheap. And we saw in the well, the beginning of this campaign we just started that when we went to war with Russia, we lost a corvette, and it actually messed with our uh, trade stuff. Oh, guess we didn't check our submarines. Guess it would have helped if I would have read the patch notes, wouldn't it? But I just got home a little bit ago and wanted to jump on and do this. All right, so let's design a proper uh, heavy cruiser. So we gave we gave it a friend. Oh, that's these look. Oh no, does it look different to any? It kind of looks different to me. All right, let's clear all these turrets out. Let's go up to 7-inch guns. We'll add forward and aft. There we go. Single turrets. Oh, the single turrets. We'll go up to 21 knots, I guess. Let us do it. We'll go down to 1-inch belt. And we want some nice secondaries here. So 5-inch secondaries we'll do. Well, 4-inch has quality 0 instead of quality 1. But we do want something, we want something to actually punch through, even if we're not hitting as often. If we go down to 8,000 tons, we have 200 rounds per gun. We could probably cut a few off of the main guns and add them to the secondaries. Is this allowed? It is allowed. So this gives us 14 5-inch guns, a couple of 7-inch guns. We can do some punching if we really need to. Oh, let's get rid of these. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of all these torpedoes. This is an expensive armored cruiser, but we could build 3 of them at a time. That would actually work out. So yeah, I think we'll probably build 3 of these. What if we went down and what if we, there we go. We'll go to 145 rounds for the main gun. There we go. We could maybe cut the conning tower down a little bit in order to give us a little bit extra weight remaining. There we go. 21 tons extra. That'll help us with fire control later on, and flooding, so you don't just immediately get swamped. All right, so 21 knots, 7-inch gun, a couple of 7-inch guns, but mainly our fighting are these broadsides, 8 5-inch guns per side. So let's this is the Pueblo, Pittsburgh. We'll call this the, I don't know. This will be the Nashville. Alrighty, so that's fine. Forward, aft. We'll save this. We'll save the turn, and then when that's ready, we'll just build 3 of them. That'll go. That'll let us go into the first cruiser division. So it'll pair up with our Delawares and the light cruisers that we have. And hopefully we won't get any warnings about, hey, you don't have enough relations with, or you don't, sorry, I was looking over here at the relations. You don't have enough heavy cruisers, like your fleet prestige is going to suffer. All right, so we are ready to start the game. We're ready to go to the first turn. Let's go ahead and copy the game just in case something stupid happens again. Okay, so let's hit the turn. Yes, we'll assign a commander automatically. We can't see the stats yet for anything. So we have no available commander for Central Pacific. We'll find someone. Let's see here. A bunch of stuff got placed into positions. Britain started a heavy cruiser. Russia started a battleship. Japan starting a light cruiser, and Austria-Hungary starting a battleship. And Britain gets money boost already. Pretty good if you're Britain. All right, let's take a look at our area overview real quick. What was it? Central Pacific, was it? So let's go ahead and assign a commander. There we go. So hopefully no one will yell at us for a while about it. So on to the next turn. Our unrest is reduced as there's room in the government budget for some modest welfare programs. That's a new one, right? I've never seen that one. Does it affect our budget? So we're at 126.80. Hey, look at that. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen that message before. Be pretty cool if they secretly added some new events. And then this month should let us start building the new battle cruisers. Let's we could go for some tension with Japan, but we're just gonna say nah, we don't have any bones to pick with them. Wow, Britain has increased their budget again. All right, let's build 3 of these Nashville class. There we go. It's gonna take 22 months, and that'll put us right on the edge of our budget. And it might be a little bit too early to start on the Hawaii upgrades. So we'll just float a little bit of money for a couple of months here. Did we start construction of a Starling? We did. So we'll go ahead and build one more Starling. There we go. And that cuts our budget a little bit more, closer to neutral. Unrest is reduced. There we go. Okay, so at least it's telling you when your unrest is going down now. Okay, looks like we're becoming friends with France. This is a chance to get a little bit of budget, hopefully. We are definitely getting tensions with Russia, however. So we're at 127. Oh, it gave us a little bit of money. I don't even know why. 127. Nope. Okay. Interesting. A lot of different. There we go. Now we get our budget cut. Okay, and we get another increase with Russia. Oh, sudden turn for the worse with Japan. You know, we might have to rush out the upgrade here. What if we build a naval base? So that's more than our budget. So we're going to say no there and no there because it's only increasing it by 5. I guess we can wait on that until we get a little bit of, maybe once this first, what is this class we're building? Once this first Huntington is built in a couple months, we can start upgrading Hawaii. Um, he's being a jerk to his crew, so we're gonna suffer some crew quality penalty, but at least we don't lose a prestige. We don't have any prestige. So the press in Japan is complaining their navy has too few cruisers. I do like being able to see things that's happening in other countries, so it's not like the AI just picking on you. Okay. Our fleet morale is down right now. We're going to give up a prestige in order to get some budget here, and we're at yellow tension with Japan, so hopefully they won't touch it for a while. We'll use that budget. There we go. That's perfect, actually. 1,300 and some. Build a navy base. Look at that. So that's going to be a 3-year project, but that'll give us like 130 some base capacity there in the Central Pacific. There we go. We are proficient in new tactics. Here's the world's largest armored cruiser. Let's denounce Austria-Hungary to try to get budget. 140. Okay. Nope, no budget, but we do want to build up the dock size. Okay. Has anything changed that we need to be aware of? So that's going to be okay. So we are going to have a little bit extra budget here. We finished one of the Starlings. We're going to have like a couple of spare trade protection. Well, we're going to end up with about 1,100 extra balance when this Huntington is finished. But it's not going to be enough to build a set of light cruisers. Oh, another Nashville class. Yeah, we'll take that offer. Right as we finish the Huntington. Oh, it doesn't even give us the option of doing a random name. Or it didn't ask if you want to do a random name. It just showed you the random name and gave you the chance to change it. So after a naval visit by Japan, you're asked by journalists to comment on the visiting ships. We're impressed by their well-built, so we can decrease tension with them at the cost of prestige. We can just be neutral about it, or we can gain a prestige and make Japan mad. Let's look at our relations. We're at 7 with Japan. We're at 8 with Japan. So let's just be neutral. Let's be nice to them. 8 is a good number. We're not too close to war. Okay. And I think we can go down 1 notch without going out of yellow threat level. All right, this is no concern to us. They're like quietly taking over, not very quietly taking over China. They're just taking over China. But let them. That gives them some more budget. Maybe they can build some more ships, and that'll mean more battles later. So ships in service. We got the Huntington. This will go into. Let's put this in number 3 actually, because these Nashvilles are going to go into slot number 1, Division 1 that is. And then these Huntingtons, we might be able to use these as raiders or something. We'll see. Ooh, with the press doing headlines on the threat from Japan, the president has authorized more naval spending. Russia's increased their naval budget. We get naval. Uh-oh, we gain tension with Japan. See, we would have been at war with them. That would have been war. Okay. Well, this is concerning. Not really. I mean, again, it's going to be the same situation we were in with Russia when we started the campaign originally, where we'll just be like snipping or sniping back and forth, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty good here. We got a nice little extra monthly balance going. It's not too much. We can build like one ship of whatever we want right now if we wanted to. Let's handle Japan quietly to avoid just going straight to war with them. But yeah, so I am thinking of just renaming the campaign to Waves of Steel, like Tarok suggested. It makes more sense. We're not really marching on the ocean, which is fine. And I appreciate the fact that Tarok and everyone else are taking the time to comment on things. It's good to see familiar faces popping up again. We don't care about what Russia's doing, especially if they're taking Iceland. That gets them closer to us, so it's a little bit easier to fight. Japan or Britain goes up another notch in the budget. So I'm seeing a lot of relations changes for Japan and Russia, but they're only at 6. It would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been cool if the tension was higher. And that way, like Russia and Japan might get into a fight with each other if we get into a fight with each other. Okay. I always feel like there's something I should be doing with this situation, but not really. A new liberal government wants to reduce arms expenditures. What's my reaction? No. No. There we go. We'll raise tensions. Do it. Do it. Because we're not putting up with that liberal government. President floods the idea of gunnery competitions. Yes. So who's going to win it? The Baltimore. That is one of our San Francisco class. I don't remember looking too hard at our San Franciscos. I think I did. It's like a 21 knot, essentially torpedo cruiser for us, where we, dip in close and try and smack someone. We're getting close to our first tech breakthrough for armor, which is good. There it is. Now I'm a little bit more inclined to try to build a new ship class, but we got to give it time for. Oh my gosh, I'm looking. I was looking at this giant list. I was like, why isn't it showing me when this ship will be finished building? Because they're over here. So when when this first set of Nashvilles are done, I can probably swap over to beefing up our light cruiser divisions a little bit. There we go. San Diego. That's the Huntington. So that'll go into Division 3. Um, let's claim that Russia has always been a threat, and we'll get some tension up with them. But we also get prestige and budget. And you know I love me some prestige. Okay. I'm having a lot of fun here. Like I'm smiling a little bit, which is I'm not really the sort of person who smiles much. But this is exciting. It's always exciting starting a whole new campaign. Like I can't wait for when RVT Wargaming starts his new campaign. Of course, he's in like 60s or something at this point, so he has to go to 1970. So for him, that's going to be another 6 months of real time because he plays very very deliberately and has like all these cool graphics and charts and everything. Whereas I kind of just you know what you see is what you get here. I don't have any editing software. I wish I did. I really wish I did, but I don't have the extra money to spend on that kind of stuff. But if I did, I would. I don't know. I don't want to just copy. I don't want to copy RVT. Like I really don't. But I really like the production value on his videos. I watched all of his current Germany campaign videos. Oh, hey, Japan went down a little bit, which is nice, and it went up between Japan and Russia, which is good. So we're off the brink of war with Japan and back down to 9 tension, which is good. It's a good place to be. Keeps our tension up, keep our budget up as well. But I went back. I've watched RVT's current Germany campaign, like from the beginning. And then a while back, I went back and started watching it over again just to try to pick up on tips and stuff. Because there's a lot that happens in this game that it's kind of like behind the scenes, a little bit shrouded that you can't quite see. Do we want to build our dock size up anymore? Maybe, probably not. We're not building another. We're not building another battleship for a while. So let's design our light cruiser class. So this is going to be 21 knots. Yep, 21 knots with normal engine priority. I hope I put normal engine priority on the Nashvilles. The decks, we always want to go down to 1-inch deck in this era because we're so close to each other that you're not going to take plunging fire. You might get some splinters, but you're not taking plunging fire. So let's clear these. We're going to add port. We're going to add starboard. These things are pretty lightweight. Let's bring them up to 5,000 tons and see what we get. Where's our little... There it is. Let's get rid of these secondary guns. Let's get rid of the tertiaries. Let's go down to 5. I don't know. Kind of tempted to go down to 5-inch guns so we fit more of them, but I do like having 6-inch guns. They just feel like they hit so hard. Okay, can we do that many? We can. So that gives us 6 guns, which means essentially 4 per side, because you get the forward and aft, which are going to hit the broadside either way, then you get 2 on each side. 5,000 tons, they're 1,000 to build. Speed is 22 knots. 22 knots is probably not necessary. And that'll let us add one more set of guns, and then we can go down in the weight, in the tonnage. With a 3-inch belt, that's pretty good. 4,500 tons. This is our main armament, so we do want some more ammunition here. We don't need 3 fire control positions. We were at 3. Oh, it didn't change the weight at all because there's no fire control yet. Okay. And then 4,500 tons is pretty good. We can go up to 170 rounds of ammunition. These are the 40 extra tons floating. Go down a little bit on the, does it save us much money? A little bit. We can get down to 4,400 tons. So this will be the Galveston class. I like it. I like this. It's a nice little light cruiser, 21 knots. We could, if we really wanted to, we could push it, we go up to 5,000 tons and push it to 21 knots, but it's really not necessary yet. We'll wait about, who knows how many years, but we'll wait a little while before we do that. And I'm tempted, we could even take the belt down a little bit, but we do want to get close for our torpedoes, so we do need some belt. So this is nice, and it's 800 monthly, so we can build quite a few of these. We can build them like 4 at a time and put them into squadrons of 4. And these could be like our mainline light cruisers for a while. So we'll go ahead and make sure we don't have any mistakes. Double check that I have my torpedoes. Check my speed, check my engine, and there we go, Galveston. Galveston, Texas. All right, there we go. The Boise's finished. The Phoenix is finished. We're going to have a nice amount of balance here to work with for these new Galvestons. Tension with Russia has went down. Italy's increased. Spain has increased because we resent them controlling Cuba. Okay. So we're out of the danger tension with Russia. So we need to keep it up with Japan. And next turn, we'll be starting a whole round of Galvestons. And I will start assigning these Nashvilles once the rest of them finish. So Russia's going back up. Italy is going up. Spain is still going up because of Puerto Rico. Austria goes up. Everything went up with us. Tension went down with Spain and Russia. And then Spain and Russia are getting along because they're both tense with me. Yeah, well, that's fine. So let's build 4 of these. There we go. Then we'll build 4 more. There we go. I'll start chopping away at our excess funding a little bit. We don't want our funding to get too high compared to your budget. That'll give us 2 whole squadrons of these Galveston class, which will be pretty cool. All right, let's see here. One of the things that's at threat out here is midways. So we're going to build 2 sets of 6-inch guns that'll, again, help us chop away at the extra monthly balance. We're going to give up a prestige and go down in tension in order to get budget because of... Actually, no, let's do budget and tension with Spain, and that way we'll go back up. This is like 8, I think, there. So there we go. Budget. Okay. Is that 8? That is 8. And our monthly balance is over again. So let's go ahead and just build docks. I mean, we're behind. We don't need one this big, but when we do start building, we'll want a decent sized one. All right, Russia is reduced. Austria-Hungary is increased. How are we ever going to fight Austria-Hungary? When would we ever even... Oh, I guess tension with Japan went up. Didn't really say, but I guess it did. And again, Britain has got a budget increase. Let's look at that almanac. Boy, they have a... Look at that budget. Dang, that's big. It's 200,000 bigger than ours, and we're like building... We are spitting out ships here. They're building 3 battleships, 4 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers. Yeah, and they're probably pretty decent battleships. If they're, yeah, 14,000 tons. Those are like double the size of ours. More than double, yeah. Well, close to it, but... All right, let's assign these to the 1st Division. As we found out in our German campaign, let's go for tension with Austria-Hungary and hope for a budget. 179. Hey, we got some budget. So what do we do with that? We kind of didn't need budget, actually. We probably have a little bit too much, if we're being completely honest here. What can we spend some money on? Probably just fortifications. How's Hawaii looking? We'll build some 6-inch guns there. We'll build 3 of them. And we'll build some guns in the Aleutians. Just stuff that's kind of like a little bit out there, a little bit vulnerable, that we don't have ships stationed over there to like immediately help it out. Let's get some tensions with that'll boost our budget again, and as much as I want budget, actually, let's just do it. We're close to war with Japan, and okay. Well, all right. Let's spy. Let's do a little bit of spying, shall we? We'll go medium with Japan, and we'll go medium with Britain, and medium with Germany. Maybe we can start stealing some technology. So again, the only breakthrough we've made is with ship design. So we'll save and go. Reductions all around, except for the one we really want. We want to go down with Japan a little bit here. We're not afraid. Like we can beat Japan. Like, oh my gosh, they're building 7 battleships. What the heck? Wow, how is that even possible? We're building, and they're building a light cruiser. We're building 8 light cruisers, and that's like putting a strain on us. Those aren't like those aren't tiny, like little like 6,000-ton battleships. Uh-oh. He's made serious mistakes in the administrative paperwork. He's average? Well, let's beach him. I don't know. I don't. That's a new one. That is a new one. Britain is building 10-inch coastal batteries. All right, Honolulu. All right. Okay. All right. Well, this is fun. Okay. We're at the 40-minute mark, so we're gonna go ahead and call this episode here, just in case we get into a fight with Japan. I don't want to stretch us out on an hour-long episode, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to take a short little break here to do a couple things around my place while I get this uploaded and ready for tomorrow. And then I'm going to sit down and record the next episode and maybe one more. Because, like I said, I've got some potential big storms sweeping through here on Tuesday around the Great Lakes area in Pennsylvania. I'm not up against the Great Lakes here, but I am in western Pennsylvania. But fingers crossed I don't lose power or anything of the sorts. But just in case I do, I should have enough episodes at least through uh, Thursday, maybe. All right. Anyhow, I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time, and sail safe.